Hi guys, it's your girl Moja, and you know how we do it. Positive vibes, positive energy. Now today we're at an exhibition, a wood turning exhibition in Londonville, in Lawrence Wong Road, in Londonville to be exact. Now you may be asking yourself, what is wood turning? Now wood turning is a form of woodworking where the piece of wood is on this lathe, moving very swiftly, and you use different tools in order to carve it into the beautiful pieces that you will be seeing today. The twist is, it never comes off the lathe, and the lathe always keeps turning. So let's take a look today and see what was created using this specific technique. So he will explain how this got to be like this, to let you know that this is natural, that he didn't put it there. The wood he got is in it.
When you see flaws, he sees beauty. Mr. Samuel sees beauty in every piece of material that he picks up on the side of the road, or if someone should cut lumber and call him, whether it's burnt to a crisp, he sees what could become. And even when you see termite, he sees creation. Now the thing about it is, when I came there, they told me that, sanitize because you're going to get to pick up a lot of the pieces. And I wondered why. But this looks so heavy. And yet, when I took it up, it was light. Contrasting now to the other piece that I was about to pick up that, was very heavy, right? And then another piece that looked heavy, but in turn was very light. I mean, it was just a beautiful experience. So contrary to other art galleries that you'll visit, Mr. Samuel's art gallery is very interactive. You can touch and pick up the pieces. But let's hear from him.
Okay guys, so it's your girl Moja. As I told you guys earlier, we're here at a wood turning exhibition in Lawrence Wong Road in Londonville. Now, again, wood turning is a form of woodworking, yet there is a twist to it. So, we're here with the creator of all of these beautiful pieces, the artist himself. Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Elon Samuel. I am a wood turning artist at this time. I used to be a wood turner because there are several wood turners throughout the country. And I used to make functional items. But I have drifted away from making functional items and I make more decorative artistic pieces. This journey started in 1983 when I bought my first lathe, and I still use that lathe, but I make non-functional pieces. And I at a stage now where I am looking to impart some of that knowledge to young people, that they could carry wood turning as a specialized skill apart from woodworking.
Right. Yeah. Now, can you tell them the difference between wood turning and woodworking?
Now, woodworking, you have a piece of wood that you want to shape or cut. You would clamp the piece of wood on a table, and then you will use a spinning tool like a router or a circular saw to shape and cut that piece of wood. In wood turning now, it's the opposite. The tool is being held by the turner, that's the chisel, stationary, while the wood now is spinning. Previously it was clamped down. Now the wood is spinning, and the tool that you're using to shape it is your wood chisel. So it is a sort of reverse wood turning, woodworking. So where woodworking, the wood is stationary. In this case, the wood is spinning, and you go up to 2000 RPM and you have your chisel that you'll be using to shape the wood and things. The other significant part of wood turning is that in wood turning, you need a wood lathe, you need chisels to turn and shape the wood, and you need a saw to cut the wood to put it on the bed. With those three tools, you do not need anything more to be a wood tuner. In woodwork, you have to get hammers, planers, a square, clamps, all those things you need for woodworking. Wood tuning, you don't need it. And if you develop your skills, you can move from the functional items like rolling pins and mortar and pestle, and you could become artistic where you could make small pieces of gift items like jewelry boxes and candle holders that you could now go to the tourist board and ask them for a space that you could sell these items to tourists. And young people, you can become independent earners because most of the wood that you use will be branches from fallen trees. You don't go to the sawmill to buy wood. You pick up wood, a tree falls, you cut off a piece, and you could make. So you're starting off with material which you don't want to buy. So whatever cost you put to your item now, all of that is profit.
And a profit it is. Because at this art exhibition, everything is on sale, right? All of these beautiful pieces are on sale. Imagine your living room decor with some of these pieces. I mean, you really can't go wrong. And of course, he's telling you the exact pieces of wood that is used to make these beautiful functional or non-functional but artistic designs.
So how many years have you been devoting to this craft?
I started wood turning in 1983. I saw a gentleman turning some spindles to make handles, and I was fascinated by what he was doing. And I decided to violate and try as well to do some of that. This is why I ended up buying this plate and doing balloostas, little jewelry boxes and things like that. That was 1983, and I did some of that turning until about 1990. And then I stopped for a while because I moved from where I was living, and I went into another field of construction. And sometime around 2013, I devoted my time to making pieces of work different to what I used to do before. And then I realized that there's a market for indigenous handcrafted wooden items. So I developed this skill of making wood turning pieces that when tourists come to the country, they look for craft that is done by the indigenous people. And the wood, some of the wood that you see here is from Tobago, and then some of the wood you see here is from Trinidad. So due to that, I have reached to this point where I could have an exhibition of the work that I do, and I welcome people to come and see. And then if you see some piece that you might want to give as a gift, I could guarantee you that it is a total one-of-a-kind gift. You will never see anywhere else. And that is the beauty of this type of wood turning, because the block of wood that you would have found and put on the lake, you will hardly ever find a block of wood like that again.
Creativity at its best, and most of the artistic pieces are unique, one-of-a-kind items which teases the minds of interior decorators. The artist's main goal is to show off the hidden beauty in discarded wood and to encourage more of his fellow citizens to become more involved in wood turning.
Now your wife said that you pick up wood everything. She stopped asking you. She stopped asking you, why are you picking up that piece? But what inspires you when you sit down behind the lake? What inspires you to create?
Right. So I was named by a person just recently as the jazz wood tuner. You see, the jazz musician, he comes out with his trumpet or his saxophone, and he blows his feeling through that instrument. I go and do my tuning. When I put a block of wood on the date, I am not sure how it will end up. based on what nature allows, I will turn to a point and say, well, if I turn any further, it can become disastrous. So whatever remains here, if I dig out in the wood or it might be a little split on something, it remains like that. So I follow nature, and like some of my friends say, the wood speaks to you because it is a living organism, which we tend to want to dismiss. But when I go on the lake to turn a piece of wood, I am free from any kind of someone saying, well, do it so or do it so. That you could turn it anyway. And nature allows that. So you see that freedom to do? And just like a painter, you have his easel, and he's mixing his colors and painting and things. My lake is my easel. So when I go up there, I turn according to what nature allows me, and whatever turns out, that's what you see on display here today.
Well, sir, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us, gracing us with your presence, and educating us on the differences between woodworking and wood turning. So, how often do you have these exhibitions?
Well, every 2 years. Last exhibition was in 2024, but sometimes I go out of the district to have an exhibition. Like, I hosted an exhibition at the auditorium of San Fernando City, Tobago atrium of the Scarborough Library, Central Bank. I did a little art exhibition here. So those places where I do those shows, I wouldn't have an exhibition there. But I have converted part of my room to a permanent wood turning art gallery. So anybody can call and come and visit this gallery, and in my experience, it is the only wood turning art gallery in Trinidad and Tobago. So someone coming here, they will have a unique experience.
So guys, you heard it here first, some up close and personal with Moja.
Now let's take a look at and appreciate some of his unique, beautiful designs. Did you know that the person who operates the lathe is called a wood turner? And functional items such as bowls, candle holders, rolling pins, and balusters can be made on the lathe. All items are made from pieces of wood which would have been discarded, pruned branches, fallen trees in storms or landslides, fireside wood, trees cut to facilitate housing or industrial development, and wood heading to the dump can all be turned on the lathe to make useful items. Wood turning helps to develop our environmental consciousness in ensuring that discarded scraps of wood can be recycled into our homes with functionality and beauty. Let me introduce you to Mr. Samuel's mascot and let him tell of his story.
This is my signature book, and I went to Tobago with a first public showing of my work, and by about day 2 of the exhibition, people were so enthralled by what they saw that I then realized that I was doing something special, and since then I have been transforming my work to become even more special in what I do.
And special it is, and we would like to thank Mr. Samuel and his staff for inviting us to cover such a beautiful exhibition. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Team Clean Services, Best Buy Online Store, and Let's Wine for sponsoring this segment. Thanks for watching.